What's up, you guys? It's your girl, Mika Chanel. I'm back with another edition of Mika Chanel is Just Saying. My hair is extra poofy today. It is like, what time is it? 9:03 in the morning. Honestly, I think I still got a little bit of head. I just kind of squished it up a little bit. But I wanted to hurry up and get this video out because I'm going to do some other videos today as well. So I wanted to get everything done this morning. Anyways, now that I've given y'all my morning routine, I am here to talk about The Real Housewives of Orange County Season 11 Reunion Part 3. This is it. It is done. This is the end for Season 11 of The Real Housewives of Orange County. So let's get into it. We're not going to make this video long. It's not a whole lot to talk about, but at the same time it is. So they open up with the footage from the Glamis trip. And Tamra says that she still feels responsible for the trip because she was for the accident that happened on the trip because she was the driver. And you know, of course you're gonna feel responsible if you're the driver or whatever. They all seem to be still a little shaken up by the accident, which, I mean, I can understand that. If I was in a serious accident like that, I would probably still be shaken up. Heather said that she kind of knew, she felt that they were going to roll, and she had said something to Tamra that they would possibly, roll, so she kind of braced herself. And then for some reason in the middle of that, Andy brings up, what Vicky had said about Shannon, not coming, and it's because she has bronchitis, bronchitis. I don't know. Something like that. She said it wasn't bronchitis. It was something else she said she had. And Vicky was like, yeah, I mean, I felt like Shannon just did not want to go. She goes to the beach all the time. She goes to Hawaii all the time. And Shannon was saying, her doctor even tells her that she can't go to Hawaii when the volcanic ash is too high or whatever. And I don't know, just leave Shannon and her health issues alone. Didn't nobody want her to go on a trip anyway. Vicky, did you really want her to go on a trip? No. So it all worked out. They move on to Megan and Shannon not going to visit Vicky in the hospital. Megan said that she didn't think that it was a big deal. And Heather calls bullshit on that because Heather says, I told you the freaking car rolled. I told you that Vicky was getting airlifted to the hospital. So if someone is getting airlifted to the hospital, that means that they're seriously hurt. And Heather's like, no, Vicky was seriously hurt. She was not being over dramatic, because Megan's like, oh, she felt like Vicky, Vicky's really a dramatic person and she embellishes things or whatever. And Heather's like, I was there. Vicky was hurt. She was not being dramatic or whatever. And Megan was like, well, Heather, I didn't know. I thought you were being TV Heather. And this is like cracked me up because because she called Heather out, okay? And they've been, kind of friends for some years, And so Heather's like, I am myself all the time. This is me. There is no TV Heather, okay? But Heather even herself admitted that she's more comfortable on camera, so she's becoming more and more herself on camera, which I kind of would want her to go back to just being a little fake. Anyways, so Andy's like, Megan, you wouldn't go visit Vicky in the hospital because you thought that she was faking or because you're not her friend. But you just went to her birthday party, of days before, the Glamis trip. So you can go to somebody's birthday party that you're not friends with, but you can't go visit them in the hospital. Well, because it's an inconvenience to visit somebody in the hospital, Andy. Don't you know that? It's all good to go party with somebody, turn up with somebody. But when, the chips are down and they're sick or in trouble in some kind of way, that's not as easy to do. Even if you are friends with someone. So, but at the same time, I mean, I would have gone. I would have, regardless, I would have gone just to check to make sure that she was okay. Just because someone that I have known for, whatever, they've known each other a few years, was hurt. And I would just want to go check it out, especially if it wasn't a long drive to get there. And it wasn't. It would have been less than an hour for her to drive there. And I mean, some of you guys might say, oh, 40 minutes, that's a long time. But I mean, if you live in a place like California, you live in a place like here in Chicago, driving 20, 40 minutes is shit. You hope something only takes 40 minutes to get to, okay? Anyways, then Megan says, you know, Heather, you could have gone, you know, you leave your kids with babysitters all the time. So what would have been the difference of leaving them with somebody at Glamis or whatever? And Heather's like, I leave my kids with babysitters that they know at our home, okay? Then they asked Vicky why she took a selfie when she was on the gurney, and Vicky said Michael took the selfie, which is Kelly's husband, took the picture because Brianna wanted to see it, you know, and it made it seem like Brianna didn't believe her or something like that. And so Andy questions it, and Vicky's like, you know what, don't make an issue where there is no issue. But then Tamara jumps in, and Tamara's like, well, I felt like Vicky was exaggerating after everything, because Brianna called me and told me that my mom is totally faking. You know, she takes her neck brace off when the cameras aren't rolling and all this. And so Tamara's like, you know, if your daughter is telling me this, then I'm going to roll with it. And Vicky's like, well, you know, I was drinking a lot of wine. I did not go to work for 3 weeks. And I'm like, if Vicky didn't go to work for 3 weeks, then she must have really been hurt, seriously. Like, because y'all know Vicky works like a dang dog, okay? Like, all the time working. So, and then she was saying Brianna was really ill at that time, and she didn't want to worry Brianna anymore than she had to. But my thing is not, I don't give a damn if she did take the neck brace off when the cameras weren't rolling. Brianna needs to stop going against her mother and running back to fucking Tamara. Tamara is a snake. Okay, Tamara is not Vicky's friend. They have not been friends for years. They fake makeup all the time. And Brianna, for some reason, is stuck on Tamara. I don't understand what it is. I don't know what. I don't even really care. What I care about is the fact that she is always going against her mother. A mother that is always there for her. A mother that is just tries to do her best for her. You can tell how much Vicky loves her kids, okay? And I don't understand why Brianna, she needs to straighten that shit up. Hell, if I was Vicky, I'd be like, well, bitch, give me that money back from my house, okay? Move your ass back to Oklahoma, okay? Like, well, you know, she ain't gonna call her a bitch, but you know what I mean? Like, that pissed me off. Brianna is always, and I was like happy in the last reunion when, you know, Tamara and Brianna were talking, and Brianna was like, well, she just wants somebody on her side or blah, 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 blah. So I was like, okay, finally Brianna is sticking up for her mom. And then we find out that she was telling Tamara all this stuff. Like, really, Brianna? You need to get that shit together, girl, for real. That is your mother. I don't give a goddamn what kind of person she is. That is your mother, okay? If you want to talk shit, go talk shit to your brother about your mom. Don't go talk shit to somebody that doesn't even like her, okay? Get that shit together. That pissed me off. It pissed me off so so much. Anyways, clearly it did. But so let's move on. They moved on. We're gonna move on. They move on to the Ireland trip. Kelly feels like the whole thing, that fight that they had at the little pub, was blown way out of proportion, you know, with her doing her little nose flip trick or whatever. Kelly is childish. Like, she has a childlike personality. She does the little jokes. If you see her throughout the season with her family, with her husband, just in general, she's always making these like little silly jokes. Yes, it can get annoying, but I'm with Kelly. The shit was blown way out of proportion. Even Megan said she thought the whole thing was dumb. You know, it was just blown way out of proportion. I think it was a combination of them drinking and the fact that Shannon and Heather weren't really feeling Kelly at the time. And then I feel like, you know, they pumped Tamara up a little bit, and then it just exploded. It was really stupid. It could have been squashed so quickly, but instead it escalated and it escalated. And Megan says that she feels like Kelly was baited at that time too. Not just with the drinking, but at that time too. She says she feels that Kelly was baited. And then a viewer writes in and is like asking, why would Heather miss I only drink champs? Why would she be carrying around a flask of Fireball? Since when? You know? So Heather is like, let me explain. I had got a cute little blinged out flask, And Fireball has some meaning with us because we always do Fireball when we're on a trip. And Andy's like, yeah, you guys did a Fireball shot after the reunion last year or whatever. And so, you know, I don't think that Heather was necessarily trying to get Kelly drunk. I mean, you can't bring a flask and think that you're going to split it between 5 women and anybody's going to get drunk. But Shannon, on the other hand, was definitely trying to get Kelly drunk, and I feel like it was a collaborative effort. Like, they all whispered and talked behind the scenes, and Shannon was the one that was chosen. She pulled the small straw, and she was the one that was chosen to order up all the tequila shots. You know, that's how I feel about it. I think they were all in on that. Because my thing is, Shannon, so Shannon was trying to explain. She was, as James Caldwell always says, she was backpedaling and pussy popping, okay? She was backpedaling like, I mean, nobody's business, okay? She was like, no, because Kelly said that tequila is an upper and we were all tired. We have 45 minutes left in Ireland. I just wanted to have a good time. It was the best trip of my life. And I just really wanted everybody to have fun. And even when Kelly was sick, she was drinking tequila. It doesn't matter. Once someone says, I don't want to drink, don't order them a drink. I mean, it looks like a setup. Megan is sticking to her story that she felt like it was a setup. I'm sticking to my story that I felt like it was a damn setup. It was a setup. If somebody, if one of my friends or whoever I'm around, if I'm at a party or whatever, somebody says, I'm like, what are you drinking? Oh, I'm not drinking tonight, or I don't want to drink. I'm okay. Bitch, more for me, okay? I'm not about to try and force no damn liquor down your throat, okay? You know, it's just stupid. And Shannon, we know that you did it on purpose. So stop trying to defend yourself. But, you know, that's what they do. Anyways, even Andy, I think, was calling bullshit on Shannon's ass. You know, she was, but it's okay. Whatever. Moving on, they move on to the whole thing with Vicky and, you know, spreading the rumors regarding Shannon's husband and Tamara's husband. They first start out with Shannon and says that Shannon said yes back in I think 2003 or 2013 or something like that, something with a 3, that she called the police on David because they were in a very bad argument and she just wanted the argument to stop, so she called the police. And I'm like, is that how they roll in Orange County? Because I've never heard of anybody calling the police on anybody when it was a verbal argument, you know, unless they were scared that they were about to get the shit beat out of them, okay? That's when you would call the police. So, I don't know. But, you know, Orange County, California is a whole different type of place. So, maybe. But, honestly, I don't believe it. Okay? If you just don't call the police unless you are fearful of something happening to you. Okay? Or someone else around you. And then she said, Vicky was like, okay, but that's not what I'm talking about, Shannon. I'm talking about, you know, I have proof of this. And then Shannon's like, oh, you're talking about when I had the bruises all over my body? I don't know what happened. We sent our kids away to stay with, I don't know who they were staying with, Shannon's parents, somebody's parents. They sent them away because they were going on a trip to Hawaii. This was like, I guess, right after the affair. Her and David had went out, and she said she got too drunk or somebody slipped or something or whatever. You got too damn drunk, Shannon. We saw your ass drinking vodka straight out the bottle, okay? You got too drunk. And she says she can't remember what happened. She wanders out of the restaurant that they were in. She says that David found her like 9 blocks away from the restaurant. She didn't have a purse, anything. And she was all scraped and scratched up. And she still doesn't know what happened. And then she said another time, I guess this was all during that same time, that she was arguing with David. He locked himself like a little punk ass in their daughter's room, and she's trying to bang down the door, and that's how she got bruises on the side of her body. Which, I mean, it could be, but at the same time, I feel like they definitely have a dysfunctional relationship. What grown man goes and locks himself in his daughter's bedroom? Why are you involving your children like that? And I mean, remember when they were on Watch What Happens Live, and Andy told him, like, yeah, that was a big, pretty dick move when he gave his wedding rings to the kids and stuff. So clearly, David and Shannon have some kind of dysfunction, like, and it gets bad. Like, if you're having arguments to the point where you got to call the police, there's some kind of dysfunction. Yes, she probably did tell Vicky something, you know, and the way that Shannon was protesting reminds me of how she protests about her marriage being better than ever. It's like, thou dost protest too much, okay? I don't want to accuse anybody of beating up anybody else, like, especially I don't want to accuse a wife of being abused, but something is going on in that house. They have some level of dysfunction. We've all seen it. You know, we've seen it. We've seen how Shannon can snap out, and David is just too motherfucking calm for me, because them motherfuckers look like them calm ones, I'm telling you. Like, I don't care how blank of a stare he has. Like, he look like he might snap. Shannon look like she might lock his ass up in the basement. Like, they just look like they fight. And especially after that damn interview they did on Watch What Happens Live, like right after that first season when all the affair, the second season when all the affair stuff came out, and he was talking about the things that he had done. And I was like, oh my God, you guys are... seriously, talk about feeling bad for children living in a crazy situation. That, Heather, those may be the children you maybe need to feel bad about, because clearly they are living in dysfunction, okay? It's clear. So, you know what, Shannon? You want to defend your husband. She storms off the stage. She's so upset. And then who follows behind her? Tamara's lying ass. And then Tamara's like, Vicky is just a horrible person. She's just a horrible person to just spread rumors about your husband, about my husband, and she's just trying to take us down, and she's not going to succeed and all this and all that. And I'm just like, Tamara, girl, really? Really? Weren't you the one spreading stuff about Shannon's marriage when she told you something in confidence the first season she was on? And weren't you the one going around telling everybody? And that's why Shannon was pissed off at you for a long time. You know what I mean? And then Tamara, really, come on. Don't even go there. But, so Shannon storms off. And while Shannon storms off, Heather's, left holding down the couch by herself. And she's just telling Vicky how wrong she is, and that she should be kissing Shannon's ass and begging for forgiveness. For what? For what? Okay, Vicky admits that it was wrong to repeat anything to Kelly, but she says that she was in a bad place with everybody at the beginning of the season. She saw Kelly was going to be her ally, so she was just talking to Kelly about, why she doesn't like the women and probably bad-mouthing the women and stuff like that. That's completely wrong. I am not condoning that at all. Like, secrets should be left secrets. I don't care if the bitch fucked your husband. Just don't tell your friends secrets just because you're not friends anymore. I don't care what situation made you guys not become friends anymore. You just don't tell secrets, because at one point you were that person's confidant, okay? So, like, seriously, you don't tell secrets. I don't agree with that. But at the same time, everybody on this damn show, the thing is sometimes we just can't apply normal common sense and normal common decency to the housewives. You just can't, because they live in an alternate universe where they forget all about their past behaviors, and they forget, just randomly forget about things, conveniently forget about things. So, normally, no, you wouldn't do that, but I can understand why Vicky did it. And I understand why Kelly, repeated it. Her back was against the wall, so she was just using whatever she had in her arsenal. And, I'm not saying that any of it was right, but I'm just saying I understand the housewife universe that they live in, and I get it. You could not put me on one of these damn shows for real, because I don't want to lose myself like that. These women have lost themselves for real. Like, they have seriously lost themselves. And and Vicky and Tamara have lost themselves a long time ago, and I feel like the rest of them are on their way, okay? Anyway, so that's basically it. Vicky just starts yelling. She's had it. She's sick of Shannon trying to make her out to be a liar and a con woman and all of this and all of that. And I don't think that Vicky is a con woman. I think that she really believed in Brooks. I think she embellished a little bit to get some sympathy from the ladies because she was on the outs. But I don't think that I think she really believed them, and either way, why is Shannon so upset? Like, with Vicky, I just really don't understand. Like, before the whole, saying my husband beat me up or whatever, I don't understand why Shannon is so mad with Vicky. I just don't, but you know, it is what it is, and that's kind of how they leave it. Let me see. I think I hit on everything that was on my notes. So the last part is Andy asked them, you know, if there's anything you regret, anything you would like to do over from the season, what would it be? So he goes one by one. He starts with Heather. Heather says she would definitely do over the van ride. You know, she says everybody has douchey moments. Everybody on the van was being douchey that day. I guess except for Megan. Megan didn't say anything. Which was still a little douchey because she wasn't sticking up for her friend. But, you know, she said she would redo that. Megan said she would she would have wished she would have listened to Heather regarding how bad the four-wheeler accident, dune buggy accident was. She said she probably still wouldn't have gone to visit Vicky in the hospital, but she wished she would have, you know, taken it a little bit more seriously when Heather called her. Tamara says that she's really sorry. She regrets pushing Kelly when they were in Ireland in the store. Kelly says that the only thing she regrets is the comment that she made regarding Tamara's daughter, which it wasn't a comment about Tamara's daughter, but whatever. You know, when she said, no wonder her daughter doesn't talk to her. You know, it was a direct comment towards Tamara. But Kelly says that she apologizes. She regrets that, you know, because it hurt Tamara so much. Shannon says that she regrets yelling at David at the party after what his mom said, you know, to Tamara. And then Vicky says that she regrets telling Kelly about things that she had been told earlier in the season. And I thought, you know what? I actually thought that they were all pretty good. I did. I thought that they were all really good do-overs, you know. So that's how we end it, you guys. It is a wrap. Season 11. What did you guys think about season 11? What did you guys think about this last reunion? Please tell me down below, okay? Normally I would do a toast, but since it's 9-something in the morning, I'm not, because if I drink a little sip right now, then I'll probably be sipping all day. And I got stuff to do, okay? Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I got to get the stuff for my cornbread dressing. I got to get my yams. I got to get, you know, I got to get all that stuff. I got to do some stuff. And then we're going out of town this weekend, so I need to get it on the ball. So I can't be sipping wine all day. So, you know, air toast. Air toast to the Real Housewives of Orange County season 11. And that is a wrap, you guys. Until next time, please stay real, stay safe, and stay tuned to Mika Chanel Is Just Saying. Bye-bye.